Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the live demo of SumoLogic end-to-end observability. My name is Suresh, and I work with SumoLogic as a senior solutions engineer. Before we get on with the live demo today, let's look at some housekeeping stuff. Post this live demo, we will be sharing the recording with all of you, and we have a Q&A section here in the Zoom. So please feel free to ask your questions in the Q&A section. You will not be able to ask the questions, but you can go ahead and then you can put in the questions in the Q&A section. And post the live demo, I would be answering the questions. So, all right, so let's get started with the live demo today. So in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to walk you through end-to-end observability with SumoLogic, a live demo. With SumoLogic, we provide SREs, visibilities across the entire stack with the entity-driven correlations and then actionable insights from your applications to your infrastructure. So we centralized all the information together, so you don't have to navigate between the various different menus for logs, metrics, traces, etc. SumoLogic centralizes all this information regardless of the data streams. So you can focus more on finding the issues, troubleshooting the issues, and then resolving them, rather than focusing on how you can gather all this data or navigating between various different interfaces. So in today's session, I'm going to walk you through a live troubleshooting example for an Altcon engineer. We will basically be looking at an alert, and then from this alert, how we are able to troubleshoot, and then how we are able to resolve and remediate this particular issue. So the sequence of events is going to be that we are going to look at an alert, which shows that there is a service level objective, which is actually getting breached. We will look at the various different metrics, which helps us to diagnose the problems. And we will be deep diving into tracings to look at the problem source. And then we will confirm the root cause, and then we'll look at how we can take a remedial action based on the same. So we will be looking at the alerts first. So what I'm showing you here is the Slack channel. So I have an end-to-end alerts channel, which I am subscribed to. And here I can see that I am receiving alerts for various different services. So I see that I have actually got an alert here, a SumoLogic alert, which shows there is a payment service SLO error, which is basically breaching my SLO, which is more than 5%. So to get to the details of this error, all I am to do is that I'm going to click this playbook, which straight away launches me into my SumoLogic interface. So I'm into my SumoLogic interface over here. And before we jump on and look into it, I would like to give an overall understanding about how my infrastructure stack looks. So I'm actually looking into a banking application here. It is a critical application that runs on a Kubernetes inside the AWS infrastructure. We have got the payment service, which talks to the account service, which in turn talks to the RDS database. And all of these services are mission critical applications that run out of all my different banking locations. So here we are looking at an alert which has got generated for this critical service. And by clicking onto this link, I am straight away taken to my SumoLogic interface over here. And I can see there are SLA level violations over here. I am looking at the error rate outlier. So I see the error rates jumping. And then the outlier is an unsupervised machine learning component of SumoLogic. And what outlier does is that it helps us to understand if there are any out of the trend, out of the normal event based on the previous baseline. So here I can also look at various different customers who have been impacted. This shows the customer IDs of my affected customers. So I can reach out to my support team so that we can reach out to the customers and then we can support them better. And I can also look at the impact to the business here. I'm looking at the various different transaction volumes, dollars transferred, etc. So this helps me to understand the impact of this particular alert that I have received. A critical component around any troubleshooting is that we are able to see the impact of it. And here I can clearly see that the customers who are affected, so that I can reach out to these customers, and then I can reach out to my customer support teams, and then we can see how I can better support this particular customers. In order to troubleshoot this SLO, I want to see where those failures are actually coming from. And here I can see the error rates, which are broken down by various different parts over here. And then uh, I can see that there are few parts which are actually showing up in distress here, which are shown as the red color over here. And looking at the distribution of the red color part, looks like this seems to be a deployment level issue over here. So I'm actually going to use the Entity Explorer with SumoLogic. So by clicking on this Entity Explorer, I can look at various different parameters from the Entity Explorer itself. So I can look at my CPU usage, memory usage, etc. And I can also delve down and pivot easily into my related services as well. So I can look from the Entity Explorer itself. I can look on the information about CPU, memory, etc. And I'm going to choose one of the spots which is actually facing some issues over here, which is facing a stress. And when I go to the infrastructure, I can actually navigate to my deployment, because looking at the way the parts are showing up in red, this seems to be like a deployment level issue. So from here, I can straight away jump into my deployment, and I'm going to go to my deployment over here. And you can see the details about my deployment showing up over here. And the menu option on the left shows me that this is my payment service deployment, which is actually part of the mobile banking namespace, part of my mobile banking production Kubernetes cluster. And here I can look at various different metrics, which helps me to understand the status of my deployment. So I can look at the total number of pods running over here, looking at the errors which are shown by the pods. I can see the health of my various different parts, which is part of this particular deployment. And if we come down a little bit, I can see that there are connection errors which is being shown over here. And coming down further, I can look at a lot of metrics which shows me the health of my particular deployment. Now I see that my service, my payment service is actually connected to the account service, and then I see that there are some connection refusal errors. So there seems to be connectivity issues. So the connection errors by service shows there is a connection denial or a connection refusal errors. So to get to more details about the interrelationship between these two services, I would like to go to traces, because the traces shows me the best relationship, the relationship between these two services. So I'm going on to my Entity Explorer over here, and then I am looking at my mobile banking namespaces, mobile banking product, etc. From here, I can also get onto my logs, I can get onto traces, etc. I'm going to get onto my traces. So to see the interactions between these two services. Now I'm looking at the traces for the account service deployment. And here I can look at various different traces along with the filtered criteria. And I can also see the timelines populating automatically for all of these menu items. So I can add some more filters over here. So I'm going to look at the number of errors greater than 0. This gives me all my traces. So let us dive into these traces to better understand what is happening to the transaction between the payment service and then the account service. So here we are looking at all the transaction traces, and now we have filtered it to our specific service over here. And here I'm going to open up one of these particular transactions over here. And this is one of the traces over here. And in this trace, I can see there are numerous spans with the details about the request, etc. Traces are generally made up of multiple different spans, which represent requests, queries, or any part of an application code. So SumoLogic combines all these traces into an end-to-end flow of your entire application. So I am actually looking into one of these traces now, and I can here see that my payment service is actually interacting with my account service. and I see that there is an HTTP GET call which is happening, and I'm going to open up one of these spans over here. To investigate this better, I am opening up the last span here as part of this particular trace, and then I'm going on to my infrastructure menu, and then I'm going to look into my raw logs to see what is happening to this particular service. So this opens up my logs, and here I can see the time automatically populating up, and then I can see my query automatically coming up over here, and then shows me all my various different results. So I can see all these logs over here. Either I can go through these logs to understand what is the issue, or I can use the log reduce as a function. Log reduce is the patented technology from Sumo Logic. What log reduce does is it takes thousands of log messages and it groups them into related patterns called signatures. And here we can see that the system has actually completed the log reduce function. And then if I go through these messages, I can clearly see that there are actually too many connections, which is basically overwhelming my database. So because of this, I am actually seeing the connectivity issues between my payment service and then my account service. And then that is actually leading to my errors actually popping up over here. So with Sumo Logic, you can seamlessly navigate between the logs, metrics, events, etc. So we aggregate all this data in one place, so you can focus on troubleshooting your applications, focusing on maintaining high availability for your services, rather than worrying about how you can aggregate all this data and then navigating between various different services. So that's a quick live demo about the end-to-end troubleshooting from the alerts to the deployments to metrics to the traces, and finally to the logs, to understand what is causing the application to face issues. And then now that I know the database is actually facing issues, I can look at restoring my application. So to restore this application, I can increase the memory allocation, and then I can look at the max connections allowed for my RDS over here. So that helps me as an on-call engineer to prioritize resolving this issue first, so that my service is up and then continues running well. So that's a quick demo that I want to show you as part of this live demo. We highly encourage you to sign up for the Sumo Logic service, and you can try a free trial. We provide a 30-day free trial. So you can go to sumologic.com, sign up, and then you can provide your business email and then the deployment region. We run multiple deployments across the globe, and you can choose the region depending on your data residency requirements. And once you click sign up, you will be receiving an activation mail. And once you activate the mail, you will get into the Sumo Logic interface, and then you can start exploring the platform. I highly encourage you to join Sumo Logic on the Slack channel, so you can discuss your Sumo Logic deployments. You can interact with the Sumo Logic engineers. You can interact with other users, etc. So that's a quick end-to-end, I would say, troubleshooting demo. Please feel free to raise your questions, and then I can answer your questions here. So there is a Q&A button over here, and then you can raise all your questions. So you can reach back to us in case you have any questions. You have seen my mail ID over here. Feel free to reach out to us, and then we can help you in evaluating Sumo Logic. So I see a question here. The question is, so in AWS observability solution, the template gives us an option for ECS CloudWatch logs, but in the solution itself, ECS has no dashboard as it required Kubernetes app installed. So will the solution function correctly in that case? So the end-to-end observability that we provide is part of the overall observability solution that Sumo Logic provides. So we have the AWS observability solution over here. So but with AWS observability solution, we have a couple of apps which are currently supported. So let me quickly show you the AWS observability app. I'm going to open up the AWS observability. And you can see the AWS observability apps over here. And right now we are actually supporting the load balancer, DynamoDB, the metrics from the EC2 instances, Lambda, RDS, and API gateway. And there are other apps which are actually being worked upon to be available as part of the AWS observability solution, and ECS is one of them. So once we integrate the ECS, then you should be able to see the ECS option as part of the overall AWS observability solution. So that's all the questions. Thank you for joining the webinar today. We will be sharing this recording with you. Feel free to reach to us in case you have any questions, and then you can join the Sumo Dojo on the Slack channel. Wishing you all a good day.